Welcome to Porsha's Queen the podcast. I am coming to you with another wonderful episode with my girl Issa Simone.
Hey. Hey, y'all.
Go ahead and give the people a quick introduction of who you are, what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Issa Simone, and I am an R&B singer from Stockton, California, and a mother of 5.
Yeah.
My heart.
Awesome. Well, you know, I was listening to your music, and I like to always listen to it all my way in too.
Right.
Just so I make sure I stay in the vibe.
Right.
Yeah, so you got some powerful songs that you make, and it's emotional.
Yeah.
It's that real R&B. It's not that trying to be R&B. It's that real R&B.
I'm gonna use that quote.
Yeah.
Not trying to be real R&B.
Real R&B. So let me ask you this: do you write your own songs?
Yes, I write all music. Yes.
Okay. So one of the songs that I was listening to on the way in here, and I was like, but am I wrong?
Yes.
That's my song. That's on my playlist now, my regular playlist, because yes. So what was the inspiration behind that track?
It was a relationship that I had just got out of. It seemed like everything was my fault.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, so now that I want to leave, I'm wrong. You know? So,
Yeah.
so now I'm wrong.
And now I'm wrong. And that's what I loved, because it was like, you did this, you cheated, you did this, but I'm the one wrong because I'm making a decision to leave.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That song, I was like, okay, yeah.
Right.
Been there, clock that.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, how many chances do we do?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So how many chances is too many chances?
You know, I'm at a point in my life where it's just one chance now. Because I used to let people kick me while I was down. But now it's just like, I can't do that, you know, because my kids suffered, you know, I suffered, you know. So now, like, I learned that this is my life.
Yeah.
Like, nobody else should be able to control my destiny but me.
But you.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And so one of the things that I do know about your music career so far is that you've been out for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, even looking at how professional everything looks, like you've been, like you're the truth. You're a real R&B artist out here.
Yeah.
And you've had a stop in your career.
Yes, I did. You noticed that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now you're back.
Yes.
But when I say you're back, it's like, I'm back.
You gotta put some ass on that back. Yeah.
So tell me what happened. Tell me how you got started in the first place. We'll start from there.
I always wanted to be a singer. I started in the church, in the choir and stuff like that. So, you know, with me being little and just being able to sing and stuff like that, you know. But as far as professional, like, singing out in the industry, it's been about 9 years now. A friend of mine, Jakia, love you. She was like, yo, my boyfriend has a studio. You should go sing and all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll go try it out. Come to find out, he was my cousin, Young Rick. So I went there and
I know Young Rick.
Yeah. He was my cousin. So that's when he had that small studio in Conway out there. So we was in that little shed just So and then I just expanded. I never wanted to leave the studio after that. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what? And I feel like it's the same when I got into the podcast studio.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know what it is. I was shy to get in here, but now I'm addicted.
Right.
When I know I'm going to the studio,
right.
That adrenaline.
It's like, ooh, something new about to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what happened to, like, when you put your first song out, what was one of the first songs that you put out?
One of the first songs was, what was that song? I forgot. It was so long ago. I have to look it up on my old YouTube. But it was a love song for sure. Heartbreak, you know. So I'm pretty good at Heartbreak, I guess, because, like, we not only get our hearts broken by, you know, significant others, we get our hearts broken by family, friends, and stuff like that. And I had experienced that a lot throughout my life. So it was easy for me. It just came natural.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, you with the Summer Walkers, the Keisha Coles, the, you know, Coco Joneses.
Yeah, that's the new age. But I'm so old age and I love it.
I do.
It's the Destiny Child,
yes.
the Jennifer Hudson, the oh my God, Whitney,
Jasmine Sullivan,
yes. Like all of them, like I said, especially Whitney. She just, oh my God, her when I hear her voice, it's like listening to gospel. Even though she has gospel, but just listening to Whitney's regular R&B just does something to me.
Yeah,
I just love it.
Most definitely. Yeah. So, as you like started putting out music and you started getting more recognition, like when did you say I am an R&B artist, or have you just completely taken hold of that title?
I have. I feel like I was more like fighting for it when I first came out. Like I was really hungry. Like I'm hungry now, but I'm more adult with it. Yeah. Like before it was like childish, you know, like making little posts like, okay, you don't want to support me? Yeah. Then, you know, like just that type of young stuff. But now it's more like, you know, like I'm it.
Yeah,
you
are. You are.
Thank you.
And that's one of the things, like, I know a lot of people focus on, like, the lack of support that's behind them.
Right.
But people really just want to see, are you really serious and are you really going to do it?
Right, that's it. And I had to learn that, and I did, and it feels better not to really worry about that because I'm so big on energy. Yeah. And I was too focused on the bad energy instead of focusing on the people that do love me and support me. So then I can be able to feed into them, you know, because feeding into the negative, it was bringing more and more and more and more like darkness, you know. So now that I'm feeding more into the positive, like I feel like a rose.
Yes.
You know, like
in bloom.
In bloom.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Just bloom. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that because I see it time and time again. And I will say that I even had experience with that in my business. I'm like, why aren't y'all liking my posts? Why aren't you sharing it? Why aren't you helping? You know? Right. But when we take ourselves out of our own negativity and focusing on the negative, people are attracted to that light, attracted to that focus, attracted to you being driven. And I'm sorry, I'm like, but then they come in and now they're supporting you, but we can't get mad that now they're supporting us. We can't. We just be like, okay. Like, right. But our day ones, we still gonna pay more.
Right. Yes.
There for you.
Day ones is like everything.
For sure. Yeah. One of your day ones is right here today.
Oh my God, yes. That's my baby. Yeah. Yeah, she's my younger cousin, Beauty Pain.
Beauty Pain. Shout out to Beauty Pain. She did this face today.
Yes. And it's beat.
Yes. So I wanted to give her a shout out because she fit me in. I was like gonna go without makeup, and I was like, no, girl, can I?
Right.
She got me.
Yeah.
Got me right.
Took care of you.
Yeah. As always.
Yeah.
So, back to the music, right? So, when you decided that, like, how long were you in it before you decided before you pulled back out of the industry?
I would say I pulled back about probably like 6 years into it. Yeah. Because I got into a relationship, and like I done learned my lessons now, but I'm so big on my partner and stuff like that. So I was trying to feed into his dreams, his happiness, and I was losing myself. In the process. You know, so I fell back a lot, you know, and it was like heartbreak and all this other stuff, and just want to curl up in the ball, and then like the bills and then the kids and everything was just like crashing down. And you know, sometimes we feel like our relationship is our world, but I had to learn that that's not That's not my world.
That's not.
That's not.
Yeah,
now, unless I got a ring on there on my finger, then you could be my world.
Yeah.
But not yet.
But even still, right? We still have to reserve something for ourselves
Exactly.
now. And I think that's the biggest lesson in love.
Yes.
Is that to love ourselves first.
Exactly.
And then the person that really loves us will pour into us.
Yes, exactly.
And feed into it. Instead of taking.
Yes.
Yeah. Givers need to be with givers.
Yes. Exactly.
Leave them takers over there.
Right.
But that's a common thing that happens with a lot of women, especially in the industry, right? I see it right now with Chloe Bailey. You see it out here with, I mean, not Cardi B because he had his own career.
Right.
But it's a tarnishment on
on a career and everything. But I feel like with mine, it wasn't really like a tarnishment on my career. It was kind of like, it was a little bit of booster when it did happen to me. It was embarrassing, you know, at some point, you know. But me and, you know, my ex or whatever, we are good friends now. But it was kind of like a booster though. Like it didn't bring me down because people wanted to listen. Yeah, they wanted to hear that hurt that came with that, you know, with it. So they're like, okay, she put that into a song growing. I feel that.
Yes.
You know?
And I feel like that is some of the, like, we go through certain things because it is for the greater good, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I can hear it in your music as well. When I was listening, I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm in that place. I feel like I'm going through it. I haven't even been, I'm not even going through nothing, you know, but I feel it, you know.
My sister said the same thing when I dropped my single, Angry. She was like, I'm not even arguing with my boyfriend, but you got me want to go argue with him.
Angry, though, it's like, I got annoyed today. I put on Angry, and now I feel good because I got it out.
Right, exactly. So it was, you know, I got a lot of good feedback on, you know, my singles and stuff like that. It has helped them and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that one's on the new album that's coming out.
No, I don't have an album coming out. I just been doing singles, but everybody keep telling me do an album. So I'm gonna work on one pretty soon. After my showcase. You gotta put an album.
Yeah. Oh, and then let's talk about the showcase. You just mentioned it. So you do have a showcase coming up this summer.
Yes.
And how did that even come about? It's an R&B showcase.
Yes.
And you're driving the entire thing.
Oh yes. I'm only one. I can't say that I'm the only one behind the wheel because I have my 17 amazing artists in Stockton. Then I have my 2 hosts. Then I got like my supporters, my family, my friends that's just been like sharing the post and like, you know, promoting it and everything. So I'm not really just driving it by myself. I got a whole bunch of passengers. Yeah. You know, and a bunch of passengers. But yeah, I actually been wanting to do this for some years now. Yeah. But I just never just said, okay, I'm just gonna do it, you know. But what kind of like put a fire to my butt was I hate to bring it up, but I have to, like, because it's real. Mm-hmm. When Wild 'N Out came out to Stockton, I didn't see not one R&B singer on stage for Stockton. So, and then there was another incident where the DJ didn't want to play my music and stuff. So I said, oh, okay, y'all want to play with us? Yeah. I was like, I'm going to give us a platform.
There we are.
And we're have it's a showcase.
Yes. And you have some amazing artists on there. Yes. Like I seen A Pain's going to be on there. So many, actually.
Yeah. Lil Brina, Lady Sneaks, like Shalina, like, you know, like they are so, they sound so good. I just didn't understand. I just don't understand, like, why they're not even getting the light, you know?
Yeah. Right now, I think there's a lot of focus on the rap in the rap center in Stockton and in Sacramento area, and not enough highlight on the R&B singers. Right. And I feel like what you're doing is a great showcase for R&B. Yes. Because we still love R&B. We have the R&B nights going on the weekend, and people are there because we want to hear that.
Right. So why not put like at least an artist or two, you know, each R&B night, you know, like each R&B night, like that'll give them a light for the city to see that we just not talking about killing and all this other stuff, and you know,
we talking about loving and breaking it
and making some babies.
So,
you know, so hopefully they'll, you know, like look into that and just bringing out my singers, like, and I say my singers because all of them are my babies. You know, because I'll be feeling like I'm like the older R&B singer out of the whole Stockton and stuff, like, you know, because most of everybody is younger than me, so I'll be like, them is my babies right there.
I love that. And and just that you put it together, you thought about everything from top to bottom.
Yes.
You made sure you have the right type of people on the ticket, because I haven't been able to log in and not see that this event is coming up.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, so I love it. And July is my birthday month, July 17th, Cancer.
Yeah.
So I was like, my cousin was like, what we gonna do for your birthday? We should go here, we should go there. I'm like, you know what? I want to do my showcase. Like, that's going to be my birthday gift to myself, you know. So I just did it. Did it. So July 26th, it's a showcase coming up, you guys.
Yeah. Where is it going to be located?
It's going to be located on Country Club at the center stage. So, you know, I wanted to try something small. And then once I start doing, like, more and more, then we'll, you know, go to bigger and stuff. But I really appreciate Center Stage for just saying, hey, yeah, like, come on and let's get it done, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to Center Stage in Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They host a lot of different type of events there and stuff. So it's really great that you're doing it there and on homeland. Right?
Yes, so, right on the homeland.
Yeah. Yeah. So how has it been promoting ticket sales? So you're doing pre-sales?
No pre-sales. It's free before 10, 15 after, you know, after you come after 10 o'clock. But no pre-sale tickets or anything. I just kind of wanted it to be like, I don't know, a little bit smoother. It's my first event, so I don't know too much about throwing the events. I'm just letting God take over, and whatever happens. And I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
If people are going to step out and show out and come out and support, because you have some wonderful artists on there. Yeah, grown and sexy.
Yes.
People want to do grown and sexy.
Right, right.
Always trying to do
all
that extra stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Wildin' Out and just like how everybody stepped out for that.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be like. Yeah.
Come out to Center Stage, you know, like, so if you can come out for Nick Cannon, you can come out for your hometown sister.
Yes. Okay, so with the music, right? You had your stop and then you got your restart, right?
Yeah.
So what was it? What was that deciding factor? What was it like when you said she's back?
Ooh, it was just, I started missing it because I was like, I need to get my real life in order. Just a bunch of stuff. I was just so stressed, you know, kids, bills, just everything. You know, I just moved into my new place and stuff. So I'm like, okay, now that I have that together, I got to get back. I got to get back to the stage. I miss it. Like, you know, like, I don't know if you've seen an interview with Beyonce where she said she turns into, what's her name? Sasha Fierce?
Sasha Fierce,
Oh, my God. Mine's is Issa Simone. Like, she, like, is way different. I don't mean to sound crazy to talk about her as a third person. But that is real, because I really black out, and, like, I don't even be knowing what I'm doing on stage until, like, my cousin will show me, like, a video. I'll be like, oh my God, okay, girl,
she was doing it.
She was good. Yeah. So I just started missing it. I love it. It's my second home.
Awesome. Well, tell me about some of the upcoming projects you have going. I know you mentioned the showcase in your recent single that dropped. You also just dropped a single called FWM.
FWM, yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about that one, because
that was part of the fire I've been putting in my butt. No, it was just basically like, okay, yeah, I'm about to step on a couple of necks. Like, I'm about to go hard this summer. Like, so you ain't fucking with me. I don't know if I can curse or not, but yeah. So it was just like, okay, yeah, y'all not messing with me. Like, I'm tired of being too humble. Like, I'm not being cocky. I'm being confident. I know what I have. I know my worth. I know how hard I am. You know. Like, so in that song, I was rapping and singing. I'm not a rapper. Everybody be like, oh, you rap.
I know. I was like, you rapping in there.
That's just, I call it fun rap.
Yeah.
Because the songs that I'm doing when I do rap, it's like fun to me. Like, you know, I'm not like, okay, I got to be serious and I got to put some little punches up in there. You know, it's not that. It's just like, hey, you know, like, you mad, you know.
Was popping it, though, in that song. I was like, okay. Oh, and then you shouted out your hometown and all of that. And I was like, okay, this one right here is personal.
Yeah, it is. Because I have to because a lot of people don't know, like, I get a lot of people thinking that I'm from Sacramento because Sacramento is the main city that book me in shows.
Yeah.
Stockton really don't book me. You know, so they thinking like, oh, she's from Sacramento. No, I was born and raised South Stockton, going to Galilee Baptist Church. I went to Franklin High School. You know, I went to Jane Frederick. You know, all of that. So it's like Hamilton Junior, you know, high and stuff like that. So I'm real South Stockton. Yeah. So that's how I just needed them to know, like, to the core. South Side, South Stockton raised me. Stockton raised me, guys. You know, so. Yeah, so I had to just let them know.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Well, what is the process that you have when you come up with the song? Is it lyrics first and then you find...
Lyrics first.
Yeah?
Lyrics
so
first.
That, you know, with rappers is opposite. A lot of them find their
the beat first and then they just start going in. Yeah.
So how, like, tell me about finding that right track that goes with those lyrics and goes with the feel.
Sometimes I get producers, like, contacting me on IG. They'll send me like packages of like beats and stuff like that, and then I'll just like, okay, oh yeah, I remember I purchased this beat. Let me go back and check that one. And then a lot of times, like, a lot of artists don't like to admit it. We go to YouTube, you know, like, so I'll go to YouTube, and if I see the song getting a buzz and stuff, I'm like, hey man, I want that exclusive. I didn't pay $500 for beats, you know, like, just because I seen the potential and my fans seen the potential too, you know, so, but a lot of people don't want to admit that. Yeah. Y'all go to YouTube. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed to say it.
But it's part of the process, right? And everything is online. Everything is, that's where you make the most connections as well with the right people. So it's only natural.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to write a song?
Oh my God. The shortest time I've written a song was like 15 minutes.
Wow.
I'll tell you, I would go in my car, I would get my little wine and be like, and just be free, girl, just free. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's good. What's the longest it's ever taken you to write a song?
I had to go back and change some stuff, so probably like 2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
Okay. Okay, so what is your process like when you get into the booth?
I be wanting to like just go straight through the songs and stuff. I used to do that, but I learned now that it's better to do punch-ins and stuff like that, because with me being a singer and everything, I will tend to run out of breath. You know, like, I'm like, okay, girl, like, you ain't all of that, but you know, like, you good, but you ain't that good to just go straight through the song, you know. So, but I found out, like, now is to just like get that good sound out and then run it back, you know, like do some punch-ins. So
do some punch-ins. Okay. And then do you do your ad-libs like separately or
Yeah.
Okay.
Ad-libs separately. I'm not too good with those because I'm still kind of shy behind, you know, but off the stage I'm still kind of shy. But I'm a fun girl though. Yeah.
I feel like you're shy is just like part of your personality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's weird.
But it's not a real shy.
It's not a real shy because
you're out there and you talk to people, you're sociable.
Yes. I don't know what is that. Because I can get shy, but then I'll be like, okay, girl, like, because I'm goofy as heck, you know, so I don't know. It's weird. It's a Cancer thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Well, the point of this podcast is for your audience to see you in a more transparent and authentic way. Yeah. And I feel like your audience got to know you a little bit more on a deeper level. But what's something that you would like to tell them that they might not know about you? A fun fact.
It's not really I'm pretty much an open book. But a fun fact is, in order for me to really get sleep, I have to put Disney Recess on. I love my cartoons that you can see.
Recess though,
Recess.
Oh my
God! Look, Hey Arnold, Powerpuff Girls. Like, I love my cartoons. Like, I have to put them on. Like, I don't know. My mom says she think like that helps me to sleep because it takes me back to being like
a child.
Yeah, comfortable, where I didn't have no stress and stuff on my back.
I love that. Mm-hmm. See, I would have never knew that.
Mm-hmm. I love cartoons.
Yeah. So do you still do the breakfast bowl with the cartoons playing, like cereal?
Yeah, I still eat cereal.
You do it with your kids?
Yes. Well, me and my kids, we mainly we'll do cartoons every now and then, but our thing is scary movies.
Okay.
Like, we will find a good scary movie like all the time. I'll be like, y'all, I hand them the remote. Like, you guys find a scary movie? While I'm still scrolling in my phone trying to do some promo and stuff like that. As soon as they find one, we're chilling.
Yeah.
We're chilling for a little bit. Sometimes they get to talk and I have to put them out my room. I'm like,
yeah, this like is you got to go now. You
right. This is why I can't have no movie night with y'all. So
I was just saying that I need to do the same thing with my kids. Mm-hmm. I was like, we went to the movies yesterday, and I'm like, we need to do movie night in the room a little bit more often. Yeah. The movie theater is cool, but it's nothing like,
home.
Yes.
Home. In my bed, I got a queen bed, so I'm like, everybody pile in the bed.
Let's go.
We have our popcorn, sometimes pizza, just a bunch of snacks and stuff like that. So, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's my squad.
Yeah.
My babies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, what is your favorite scary movie?
Oh my God. I really love Freddy Krueger a lot. I'm just mad at as I got older, I realized his backstory behind him. Like, I can't like you. You know?
He's funny. Yeah. He's always been funny.
Always been funny. But it's like, Freddy, like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, I will tell you, like, Freddy Krueger, I'm glad you brought him up. That is the only one that's ever actually scared me because he gets you in your sleep.
All of that.
And all of that. So I was like, I can't go to sleep. You gotta be
like, he's the worst.
That's when you get me.
Right.
Baby, I need sleep.
Right. I need to sleep. At least, Jason, you can go run and hide behind a tree and fall asleep a little bit.
Get into some water with Jason. You know?
Oh, he ain't coming.
He ain't coming.
Right.
But Freddie, when I go to sleep,
that's bad.
Yeah, so it's like that 1, 2, Freddie's coming for you. Oh my God.
Right. He's the hardest to get through. But yeah, Freddie is one of me and my kids' favorite. But I love them all. I'll be loving the new scary movies. I watched them for so many years. I can kind of predict what's gonna happen in these scary movies now. I'll be like, oh, she the main character. She gonna live.
Yeah.
Right.
And they try to trick us with trying to kill off the main ones, but we know. We've been doing this too long. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, have you seen Final Destination?
The newer one? They got a new one coming out, right?
Yeah.
Or it came out already? Or
I think it just came out.
Out. Oh, I have not seen it. I really want to see it.
You want to see it?
Big. That is going to be big because we grew up off of that.
Yeah, but I still can't drive behind trucks with stuff behind it, like on poles and trees.
I was just behind one with the cars right there, and I was riding with my cousin, and she was like, "Remember that movie?"
Yeah.
I said, let me
new lane,
right,
passing you up,
right.
That was before I learned how to drive,
right,
when that came out. So.
Oh
yeah, it's like certain things that sketch into you.
Right. It took me a minute to drive on the freeway too. Yeah.
The first time I drove on the freeway, there was like, I was in the car with my dad and my brother. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, now you're going to turn. And I said, no, that's the freeway. They said, no, you turned it right here. And I was like, it's the freeway. I'm not ready.
Right.
And it's like, just accelerate, push down, push on the gas.
Oh, I know your heart was racing.
I didn't have a chance to overthink it, but I did it.
But you did it.
But I did it because I didn't overthink it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I was struggling enough in the parking lot. I don't know how they let me drive them home on the freeway.
That adrenaline was behind that wheel. For real.
And now that's my preference to drive on the freeways because I was terrified for sure. I was like, if I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just had to go on.
Yes.
Girl, my first time, we was on our way to a house party, and I was just so anxious to get there, girl. So I was like, I'm hopping on this freeway.
Yeah. I'm not going to
right. That was some ratchet stuff. Like, I risked my life to make it to this party.
For a party.
Right.
Oh, my God. The house parties used to matter so much.
Oh, my God. Before all the killings and stuff, like, that's where it was at.
Yeah.
That's where it was at.
For sure. And I remember it was one particular one that I went to, and that one hurt so bad that I was like, yeah, no more house parties for me. Yeah. But we used to love it because that's what we did. Yeah. You know, I used to go to SAC to do to go to house parties on the weekends before the teen. Because you remember, did you used to go to teen clubs?
I did go
Sacramento
to a teen.
Used to have them.
I went to one. It was one in Stockton that they had. I think what's that called? I forgot what it was called, but it was downtown. Yeah. And girl, I went there, and yeah. Those was the days. Those was crazy days.
The crazy days. The kids aren't living anymore.
I know. They just so in their phones.
Yeah.
Just, oh my God.
Yeah.
Not outside.
Yes. So how old is your oldest?
My oldest is 18.
And your youngest?
My youngest is 3.
Oh, you got all the ages.
I have all of them.
Yes. And you don't look like you have an 18-year-old by far, which
you.
is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So with that, like, when it comes to like making a decision, like, do I invest in my career or the household? Like, how do you like factor in those decisions? Because I know as a mom, we're so self-sacrificing that sometimes it's hard to invest in our careers because we have children. So how do you balance that?
Right now is like the biggest balance for me. And you just have to, I have to map out everything. Like, cause like I said, I have 6 bills, 5 kids, 1 singing career, you know, so, but, I don't know how I do it. I guess it's God. Yeah. Cause I still be so shocked, like, girl, how did you get here? Like, you know, cause like just a year ago, my daughters came to me and they were like, Mom, we want our own room. Like, we see the little kids on YouTube, they got their own room. I want to be able to decorate my room. I'm like, girl, I cannot afford that, you know, like, and then next thing you know, like, I get a phone call, you know, from my landlord and stuff like, oh, you're approved, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm just like, that's God.
God working it out.
He's mapping it out. I'm not the one doing it, you know, so that's why I always give praise to him. Always. First. Just put him first. I had to let everything go. Like, all the stress, everything that I was going through, all the cries I wanted to, oh my God, just feeling overwhelmed, you know. I just left it alone. I was like, hey, whatever's your will, your way, you know, like, if I have to leave him to, you know, in order for my life to be better, then that's just what has to happen, because I was in one of those predicaments. Like, I forgot the lady's name that was
here earlier. We did an episode with Felicia Carr. She wrote a book called I Survived a Narc, My Greatest Escape. And
yes, I can really relate to that, you know. And it's multiple, like, things that, not even just from one person. Like, God put multiple men in my life, not saying it like that, but, you know, we all been through exes and stuff like that, and they were in, like, it was like different stages with that came into one. I'm trying to you know, put it all together.
I understand you. The people, they understand what you're trying to say.
So it's like they all was in one, and I just grew. Now I know when God is telling you to release somebody, and when I release when I have released those particular men, everything flourished. Everything flourished. Like my recent, you know, situation. I'm so sorry, I'm going off topic.
No, you're on topic.
Okay. But my recent, you know, situation, everything died down. Everything. like literally my grass was growing high around my house. My lights is off. My house is cold. Kids like, I don't want to go home. Like, I want to go to cousin's house, But I knew that it was time to release all that energy, And all I had to do was just say one little thing. And that was, I'm going to call my brothers.
Yeah. He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to see that. Didn't want to hear that.
Packed up real quick.
But it's so hard because you feel like when a lot of people, they won't help when they see you struggling because you have a man right there.
Right.
Who should be helping you.
Right. Exactly. So, a lot of people won't, but my family, they are so dope. Yeah. Oh, my God. I got the best mom, the best dad, the best cousins, the best brothers, the best sisters, the best kids, the best family ever. Like, the support that I get from my family, no matter what. No, they don't care how many times I'm going to say I'm going to leave and I don't. They going to be right there.
Every time.
Yeah, every time giving me a high five when I do.
Yeah.
And they know I don't stay long.
Yeah, it's good.
But back to what you asked me as far as how do I balance that out? God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's God. Mm-hmm.
I love that. And I love your answer.
Thank you.
Because that's what people need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what needed to be said today.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we stay in situations and we hold on and we grip to them and we cause more damage. And you hear it before it's time. You see the signs. You're like, one more chance, one more time. Let's you figure it out.
Right.
We just had another conversation. It's going to get worked out.
Right.
And because you're a lover girl, because I can tell that you're a lover girl, that we try to love people through their pain and their issues.
Yes. But I'm not Dr. Phil, baby.
But no more.
No more.
So if y'all interested, come correct or don't come at all.
At all.
Okay?
Please have your own money.
Please have your own money. No, but for real.
For real.
All right. Well, any last thing that you want to go ahead and tell the people before we wrap up today?
I do want to tell everybody out there, women and men, because I don't put a gender on things anymore as I'm growing, because it's all in who the person is. Live your life. This is your life. You only get one. No matter if you love the person or not, if you got a dream, just go for it and just be happy. Travel, see the world, take that leap, and it'll be good for you.
Yeah. Awesome. And I can't let this episode end without acknowledging that we had similar hairstyles today. Yes. So shout out to the wet and wavy.
And that golden skin.
Yes.
The golden skin.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, you guys can find me on, of course, Facebook. Issa Simone, ISSASIMONE. And then I am mainly on IG, Instagram, and that's official_Issa Simone. So, you guys can always go on there, and I will always answer, always. Any inbox me for whatever advice, whatever. I love to talk, as you can see.
And then you can also find our music on Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that as well. So
yes, thank you so much for remembering that for me. See, I talk too much.
And then also on the podcast, you'll be able to see a link to her music as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of Porsha is Queen, the podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's a wrap.
Hey.